I think the best, absolutely greatest. Because right now I have a very special guest with me, and she's going to be joining in just a couple short seconds. And her name is, will you please? That is my lovely wife, Natasha. The wisest, the most beautiful, the smartest, the best producer, the best inspirator that I've ever had. She's my second half. Honey, I love you. Welcome. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's my pleasure to have you because it's like my life to have you here. It's beyond pleasure. And
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you
you,
so
honey.
much.
I love you too.
Let me
Hello,
just
everyone.
hang on 1 second. Let me put this on top of the screen. Our stream, and looks like we're live, and people can hear us. There you go. Excellent. We have so many comments already. Anyway, this is gonna be a freestyle stream, absolutely freestyle. I have nothing to planned, no topic, no message, nothing like that. It's just gonna be a friendly conversation, basically it. Natasha is here. You can answer, or you can ask all questions you like. Please do not ask what are we gonna do in Tashkent, how long we're gonna stay here, and so forth. It's very personal. That's the only thing we will not be answering today. Everything else is Natasha. This is the stream I usually do every Saturday for sponsors
Yeah.
and patrons.
I know.
This is my way of saying thank you so much for sponsoring. Thank them for sponsoring. Me and actually us. Thank you so much. And
Thank you. Thank you.
how it works is I have questions here. I open in. You see the picture is real nice. It's not dark. It's dark enough, but we're like lit up nicely. That's why the background is a little darker.
This is my first time in this stream, and it's very interesting to me to see how it works inside
Inside Russia.
inside Russia. Как это закулисье?
Behind the scenes, behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain.
Lorna is here. Natasha, tell Valentina and Vlad hello when you talk to them. Lorna, you're the best. Thank you so much. We also have another member of family here. Come on over.
Иди сюда, посерединке.
Посередине иди. Well, Michael speaks English now, so you speak English. What are you gonna say? Hello?
Hello.
A little louder, чуть громче.
Hello.
Hello. Say, how are you?
My name is Mike.
Good. So now everyone knows your name. What else are you gonna say? How old are you?
How old?
How old are you?
I am.
I'm 6.
6 years old. Nice. So we're gonna tell you what happened yesterday. Great day. Minor problem, little problem, but that's okay. So now, Natasha, we have questions and we have feedback from the viewers, and this is what I like the most. I like reading the feedback. Please let me know if everything is 5x5. You can hear and see us well. So we have basically these people I call the usual suspects because I know them by name now. Okay, they're always there in most of the streams, for better, for worse.
Yeah.
Some streams
Community.
this is a community, right. So Lorna, Mommy, they're sponsors now. They were granted sponsorship, and they're also here. And I think Harry and Bob are here, and Amir, and Black Cat is certainly a sponsor. So Dirk is saying hi. Well, everyone is saying hi. If you want us to read your message or question, put it in caps so we see it better. So look, Donna, Mommy, Mickey Architect, Daniel, Frank, Lori, Dirk, Reese's, Sandy, Thurston, Diane, Tim, Donna, A+, Russian, Faith, Timo, Liz, Scott, Nesbitt, Tim, Dirk again, Emra Makers, Bruce, SF Joe, Lori, Farney, Scott, Joy, Lori Lane, Indiscreet One, Faith, Diane S. Anyone else? I think this is so far. This is it. Amir is here. Howdy, howdy. Mama G. Yes, it was the 75th birthday on Friday of Sandy. No stream on Friday. So there's a very good chance, Sandra, that you're gonna hear me sing. And probably Natasha. Are you gonna sing happy birthday?
For whom?
For Sandy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
We're not just two of us, there's many people watching. I know it can be confusing. But anyway, there's I'd say like 100% chance, and we're gonna do it right now. So I'm waiting for the important talk to be over. Well, dear Sandra, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandra. Happy birthday to you. Hooray.
Hooray!
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put something special for you. There you go. Please.
You're not ready for this special situation.
I am now. We should be hearing. Ding ding. How do you like that?
Yeah,
Some music for Sandra.
yeah.
This is the first time I'm doing it. I'm still learning the capabilities of my soundboard, you know. So there'll be. No robotic voice today. No robotic voice today. Okay. Bob S is lurking in the background. Howdy, howdy. So let's start with the questions. Bob S is lurking in the... Oops. With the questions. Everyone saying howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Mrs. Inside Russia. Inside from outside. It's wonderful to see families reunited. Well, we're working on that. It's not completely reunited, but like I said, there are plans, and it doesn't happen overnight. Okay, it's a very complicated situation we're in, and it's just with God's help, it's gonna be over soon.
We're in process.
Yes, in process. We're all smiling big today. As you see, I'm happy despite all this stinky substance happening in the past month and before that, and tough situations and streams. I'm happy. I've been smiling all day today, yesterday, you know.
Sleeping all day.
Sleeping. I slept 2 nights in a row. Yeah. So Lorna says again, say hi to Valentina and Vlad. Donna, how are the kids? Kids are good. Girls are okay. Yes. Girls are at school. Yes, Reese's. Как доехали? Оля тоже тут. Оля is in Moscow right now.
Dasha is in Moscow.
Dasha in
too.
Moscow, but there are plans on... Well, I'm not going to tell you what the plans are. Sorry, that's just very personal. I'm going to tell you when it's done, you know. Guy L. I'm still in football, but wanted to check in to say hello to you both. See you later. Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. We love you both dearly inside Russia. Michael, hello, Michael, hello, Michael. Michael has many fans.
Michael just start to learn English with big enthusiasm.
Yes.
He likes
He likes
he
it.
likes his process. Yeah, he likes his progress too.
Well, I wanted him to speak English as first language, and I started him off. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. So I started him off from day one. I spoke English. Natasha spoke Russian, but then I've said it quite a few times in the streams. Things happen, and he just started refusing me. Around 15 months old, I think, 18 months old. He started crying when he saw me, and it was not a pleasant situation. So I Natasha went to a psychologist, child psychologist, and among other things, she suggested that he was seeing that I was singling him out, speaking English, a language very different from everyone else. So I spoke everyone else Russian and him English. So he thought I was kind of, keeping distance or whatever. And then I switched to Russian with him, and that thing was gone in days. The drawback is he's at 6. He doesn't speak English, at least not much. But the thing is, he's been hearing me doing streams in English so much. He gets natural interest, and now he starts to learn with interest. And trust me, I'm gonna pick up at full force, and then he's gonna be speaking in no time. So, Natasha, what do you think? I've been speaking, but the star guest is you. You're the star of our show, so please fill everyone in. How was your flight? How you made it here, and then what we did yesterday. Я сейчас с тобой скажу. Позовешь меня. So, how was your flight? How you were making it to Tashkent? Иди, Миша.
Flight was very nice. We flight with Misha 2 years ago, maybe 1.5, and he was he prepared with a very big interest, and he behaved ideal. So there was no problem with him, absolutely. Only enjoying the flight. There was so many Russian girls flying alone.
Women, probably.
Women are flying alone, and no Russian men in practice at all. No,
They're not being
all.
let out.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. The weather here is fine.
May I interrupt, please? This is what I saw when I was. My friend Aziz picked me up, and we went to actually, meet Natasha and Michael at the airport. Tashkent airport is very strange because they don't let people who are meeting the people who arrive. They don't let them in. You stand outside, and there's a huge crowd outside. I filmed a little bit, and then there were tons of Russian men, and me and Aziz were standing there, just kind of fitting in because we're two males. I'm like, this is odd, okay. And then I was seeing this picture, like a girl or a lady, young, older, whatever, comes out and with a child or by herself, and there's a man waiting for her. And they start screaming, some of them started crying, they start kissing, and there's so much celebration. I'm like, okay, I understand now what's happening. So the men fled in a hurry like I did, and now their second halves are just making it to Tashkent. So that was quite an unusual. Every single day here is very unusual. It's something so new that just blows my mind.
We were in mountains.
So I met him. Then we had dinner. Very nice. Look, one of the best restaurants. I didn't want to show off, but I wanted to take Natasha and Michael to like the best place, you know. So we come to this place and I make a reservations like 24 hours before, which is more than enough. So we go to the place, and it's very authentic. It's like a house of a large Uzbek family. You know, in every room there are tables, and we get to a very private, special
They're
room.
very authentic,
Very authentic.
without any maintenance of something technique, or something
Yeah,
modern.
just like old style.
Just
old
like
style
old
Uzbek.
building, old Uzbek building, paint with rough paint
Surface,
rough surface, some clothes, some textile in national colors.
So we get there, and it's supposed to be real nice and quiet. Right next to us, a table, 14 Japanese, I guess, co-workers. Friday night, so decided to get out of work and then get all together. They're drinking like son of a gun, and they're loud, they're screaming on top of their lungs. I'm like, we gotta get out of here, we gotta change tables. But the place is so popular, it's booked. Okay, so we had to wait for like 40 minutes for this Japanese guys, which Japanese are nice people in general, but when they start drinking, they're just like so loud. You know, so, but anyway, they left, we spent a couple hours after them, and it was fantastic
It's pleasure
meal.
to see people laughing.
After Russia, that's true. That's true. So anyway, then we went to the mountains the following day. Natasha.
I want to say that there are a lot of Russians here. We met them in that restaurant, Caravan. We met
Caravan,
them.
yeah.
Caravan. We met them in the mountains, some mountain resort. How to call it?
Mountain resort, yeah.
Some mountain resort, and we saw many families spending time together, or lonely person,
Lonely men.
Russian man,
Not lonely, but like by themselves.
by themselves, and that was very interesting to see how people behave, how they try to put on self a new life.
По-русски как?
Примерить новую жизнь.
Yeah, put.
Try on.
Try new life on.
Try a new
themselves,
life on. So
Sometimes I
it's
have a
interesting.
feeling Natasha speaks better English than I do. She's doing such an excellent job. Unbelievable. Honey, this is so great.
Okay, thank you.
You know how hard that is, and for you
No, it's
to
not
understand.
hard.
No. Listen, you know
My-
how hard it is to sit and carry on conversation in front of camera.
Okay.
Even
yes.
it's hard even in
It's
Russian
hard.
in Russian to some people, but in English, Natasha, and you don't speak English every day. I'm telling you, she's genius.
Many people on the earth speaks 2, 3, 4 languages easily. It's not hard.
Okay. The boss says it's not
my
hard.
brother knows Uzbek language.
Okay.
Yeah?
And German.
Is it true? And German, So.
Okay. So how was the mountain? How did you find the resort? We got up early in the morning, 8 a.m. A car was waiting for us. I rented a car for the entire day. It's normal practice here, and it took us about hour to get there. About 50 miles from Tashkent. Huge mountain. And how did you like it?
I enjoy the mountain and the weather, sunny weather. Mountains are always nice because of space, a lot of space, because of views. And
Air.
And every mountains are different, absolutely. We saw a lot in Georgia, for example, in Armenia, here in Uzbekistan, in Russia. But there is no two similar mountains in the world, I guess.
I would say that these mountains in Uzbekistan / Kyrgyzstan, they remind me of the Alps. Closest.
No, it's the colors, sandy, The colors absolutely different from Alps. Oh, you mean high?
It's just the
No,
feeling
the
I
colors absolutely. It's
Okay,
it's brown, it's orange, it's yellow.
get. But we never been. Well, at least I've never been to Switzerland at this time in like September, when it's like not summer but not snow. Okay, but whatever the boss says.
Natasha speaks better English than me too, and I'm American. Thank you,
No,
sir.
That's Dirk.
Thank you, Dirk. Thank
Me
you,
too,
Nicholas.
and American.
Thank you. It's encouraged me to make it better and better.
Nicholas actually lives in New England, and his wife is Russian. They have a kid, little kid. We might meet one day.
You know, I want to learn the second language, Spanish, because only because I like songs and the sounds of this language. No, and the second reason is that it's the most popular after English.
There's a question from Tim. Is this Natasha's first time in that country, in Uzbekistan?
No, this is my third time. First time I've been here when I was a school girl. My aunt, тетя, да? My aunt
Yes.
and her husband lived here with their kids. So I came here on vacation, summer vacation, and I absolutely love the city. That time, it was in 1988. This city was absolutely Eastern, authentic Eastern. All women wear authentic coats, robes, шаровары, pants,
Like pants, special
pants,
silk pants.
robes, tюбетейка, with Eastern
Colors, very colorful.
colors,
It's
colorful.
like color of
Yeah.
rainbow.
Yeah, every building was in with national essence. So I was very impressed that time. Absolutely, I was impressed about colors, about this unique style. Because in Rostov, in Russia, in our region, we don't have some unique national clothes, colors. So it was very, как это, познавательно для меня.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
It's fascinating.
Развивающе.
Very developing.
Develop me.
Improving. Expanding horizons.
Yeah. So the second time I was here in 2011, yeah, visiting Kostya.
Yeah, I spent here 2 years. I worked here, had offices in Fergana in Tashkent. Well, on and off, but a little over 2 years. But if you take time that I left the country for business trips to Russia, about 2 years in total. So Natasha visited me twice actually. One time was in the summertime, and the second time like fall, about this time, in the mountains. Remember, we went to a mountain resort, hotel right in the mountains, so it's pretty good. And then the second time you visited in February, and it was snow. It was sunny, snowy, but the spring was in the air.
Absolutely, don't remember. Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember very well.
It's erased from my memory. Don't remember.
I have the pictures to prove, by the way.
It happens with me. When it wasn't interesting, I forgot it.
Frank says bad stuff. 60-year-old brother of my Russian work colleague was also drafted. Police came and took him away. 60 years. Frank, let's not talk about this right now. You know, just there's gonna be my stream tonight. If you wanna, you know, in a couple hours I'll be streaming and I'm talking about serious issues. Anyway, live in reality. Welcome. This is the first time I see you in sponsorship stream. To help Michael learn English, watch cartoons that are in English. Yes, that's what he has started doing.
He's watching Muzzy in Gordonland. He likes this cartoon very much.
SF Joe, very serious question, but good one anyway. Great to see family. Can Natasha speaks how women in Russia are coping today?
What does it mean coping?
Coping. Как
Ведут
они
себя, чувствуют?
чувствуют себя, как они вот с этой ситуацией мирятся? Ну, вообще, что происходит?
It's not easy for everybody. There are three strategies. The main strategy is I don't want to read, I don't want to watch, I don't want to hear anything about what is going on. I want to live in my own space, in my own world. I don't want to know what will be next.
Too painful for me to know.
Yeah, it's too painful. I can't manage with it, and so on. I will do what I can do with kids, with my job, and so on. This strategy is very popular. Most of my not friends, but women I know, I have conversation, are in this strategy. The second is everything is all right. We do the right things. We are with our government. We can't change anything. That's why we choose to be with our government. And the third strategy is to help to make a hard decision to leave, to help their husbands, their family, to manage with it. I've got a lot of friends who choose the third strategy. I've got the friends in every this group, and I love to discuss. I can't hide my head from this. I knew everything. I scroll the news every hour, and I want to understand everything. Why this has happened with us, and what will be the next step for our country, for us. And this month helps me to learn more history, more about our history, the history of Russia, than 10 years before. I hear from YouTube, from podcast, day after day, I как слушаю.
Listen.
I listen a lot of experts, politics, historics, psychologists. So it's interesting to me to converse with other people to understand why they behave in this way.
Excellent, thank
Excellent.
you. On a personal note, I'd like to add that Natasha is actually, she's even more sensitive than I am, and she's hurting more than I do, you know. She's way in that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I want to add that psychologist says that if you choose the first strategy to hide from everything, you can't hide from it in a long period. The truth or the whole picture will open to you later, and the heat of knowing it will be the harder. So the right strategy is to let yourself know and make some adaptation to this situation step by step.
And change the situation itself, you know.
Yeah. Be in this situation and find out some ways to adapt. Yeah? Adopt.
Yes, adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny, not only you can speak well, you can actually Tell your ID as well. You know, that's she's. I'm telling you, she's fantastic. Natasha, do you like the apartment? Asking Dan Coldwell.
I will rate it as 4 in 5 rate
Which
system.
what you don't like about it?
I don't like this design. It's old-fashioned.
Mid-century chic. US 50s. I'm telling you, this is.
Yeah, yeah. It's chic in the middle of nowhere, in the
Chic.
middle of no
Chic.
house style.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, 4 because of the space. I like space.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge, and this is the only преимущество.
The only advantage. Everything
only
else
advantage.
is she doesn't like. Well, she's not lived in. It's it's like a hotel room. It's not yours. You know what I mean? There's no warm in it. I live basically. I can show you. This is my table, a huge table. It's good to feed like 8 people for dinner, and this is my work table. And this is the only place in this huge apartment of almost 2,000 square feet that I sit here and I use. That's it. A restroom, bedroom for a few hours a day, and the kitchen very little, and then this is this space, and that's it. So I'm waiting. Some people come and go. I will tell later about that, about this what has happened a few times here, and this is exactly why I rented the apartment. So I want to accommodate all who needs space. Okay, and then our family is quite large. Once we will settle here, we might need this space for some time. So that's why.
I want to tell you, Konstantin sent me some pictures of another apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah, my choice was not
not this one.
this one, but he's very strong person. Absolutely, the strongest. He said,
Don't
no.
don't say.
No. Okay.
Well, what happened was the other one I actually saw. It looks good on the pictures, but once you start looking at this, it's not so good. Okay, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And then there was a much smaller apartment. I was thinking of getting that almost for the same price, but like twice as little. And by the time I got here, by the time I started looking at it, it had been gone. So that's why.
I want to add to this question.
Excellent.
Menagerie.
Menagerie.
What helps me personally, routine, the work routine, the school routine, kids routine helps me very much because I've got a lot to do, cook, clean, and so on. So this helps me.
Donna likes your vintage looking t-shirt. Very nice. What does it say?
It's some art painter.
Art.
Yeah, famous. I don't know, artist. I don't know how to his name exactly, but I saw a lot of pictures, arts, картины.
Art. Paintings.
Paintings, yes, of him, and like it. Thank you.
She's always stylish. At any given moment, she's like icon of style. Okay, I like not dungarees, but more like a sports style. I like to stick to the same clothing. She doesn't like that. She always drives me. Oh, you gotta change. But they're clean, they're nice, they're brand new. But you gotta have like set of 1,500 t-shirts and all of that. And anyway. So, Donna Olson, what I love about Los Angeles is that we have access to worldwide authentic food and dining. Well, we both love that about Los Angeles too. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't live in Los Angeles. Vey Kaliskan, good morning from Chicago, just joined. I'm sorry about your name, it's really hard for me to pronounce. You must feel relieved and blessed to have your family with you. Thank you so much. I am feeling very blessed. I'm feeling so much happier. Wow. So beautiful to see both and your son in the background. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for talking and sharing your experiences. Thank you so much. Dirk again.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah. But I'm just looking at it again. Sean, I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate your support. You are one of the big financial supporters here, biggest. So I really appreciate your support. Know that your support has also made this, this moving and buying tickets and all of that. That's not cheap, by the way. The tickets still cost an arm and a leg. Just know that you've played a very good part in this thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.
Nicholas, boys is Mishka.
Mishka?
Mikhail. Lori, English is a difficult language to learn later in life. Well, we both learned it fairly young. So, Natasha's English is from the university. We went to the same school together at the same time.
Oh, Ola from Spain.
Ola.
Ola.
Faith.
Face Rasser.
Ola. Farnibaif. Cool and cloudy in the desert today. Only 64 for high. We had similar weather. It was raining in the morning, and then yesterday was in the high 70s. Perfect day. Today rain and mid 60s. So not so nice. Asia, greetings from Switzerland. Today I was hiking in the mountains, and the colors of the trees and plants in the forest were beautiful. Autumn colors of yellow, red, and brown. Same yesterday, same in the mountains of Uzbekistan, same thing. I will make the movie, I promise.
Absolutely different.
I promise.
Yeah, the movie, just to compare, because in Austria they were green in summer, and now they are multicolor. But these mountains are empty, without trees.
But the trees are down in the valleys.
In the valleys.
Yes.
Mountains
are
without
treeless.
Treeless.
And then, by the way, I went there exactly 1 week before, last Sunday. And so 6-day difference. No snow 6 days ago, snow yesterday. We couldn't believe. Michael was playing in the snow half of the day. It was hot and sunny in direct sunlight, but on the ground there was snow. This is insane. Sean, Natasha. Whoa. Que gusto verte a ti, Michael, con Constantine. Con gusto platicamos en español.
Красиво. Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll let you speak Spanish.
Beautiful
I'll
language.
stick with English.
What do you mean I'll let you speak?
In Russia, in English, it doesn't mean that I let you, no, it
what
means,
does mean?
please, you speak Spanish and I'll stick to English, okay? So that's what it means.
okay.
It's not as, you're gonna understand in English there are different accents on words, okay?
Okay. Okay.
What do you mean
How
you let
wonderful
me?
to see you and Michael with Konstantin. Happy to speak in Spanish with you. Okay, I hope it will. I train every day, step by step.
How long have you all been married? Well, 3 days ago, on the 20th of October, was our 10th year anniversary. Yes, that's why Natasha actually we were aiming for the 20th to celebrate here, but unfortunately, the tickets were like twice as expensive on the 20th than on the 21st, so she came to the 21st. That's why I took to the nice restaurant, and it was a little secret.
I've got beautiful roses, about 30.
35.
35 roses.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Konstantin loves to make presents.
Is it you
Thank
reading
you.
or you saying?
No, I'm saying.
Oh. I like to make surprises too. Dirk, Konstantin is so quiet today. I don't know. I don't think I am. Right, Natasha? I'm just, I'm being
Смотри, point your mic down, maybe quite about the sound or about your presence.
How about this? Is it better? I think about
in
presence.
Uh-huh.
In the presence. What can I say? I am right next to sun that's shining on me. That's why I'm a little more quiet.
Yeah. It's
Amir,
so,
done and
so nice
done.
to be with you. Yeah.
Constant is educated, so many very important channel. Thank you. You turn into today's stream. It's gonna be strong.
Yeah. Konstantin is one of the most educated person I ever met. Today we have lunch with a friend of Konstantin. And he is Uzbek. Can I tell about this?
Just don't tell his name. He likes to stay
Never,
private.
never,
But yeah,
never.
tell, of course, tell everything.
Can I say that he's Uzbek?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So he's Uzbek, and I asked Konstantin and him since what times Russians are here in Central Asia in common, in Uzbekistan, in Tajikistan, Kazakhstan. So they both make to me absolutely perfect lecture, historical lectures, very simple, very easy, and very truthful. Because after that, it was interesting to me. I sit down to check some facts to see more about it, and I see that they were absolutely correct, absolutely, in every single fact and in every single word. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you every day, and that was fun moment.
Thank you, honey.
One
Yes.
moment.
I try not to open my mouth and say things if I'm not sure about them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, Harry Partner, nice to know that most of your family is with you. Thank you so much. Joy, it weighs heavy on many of us. Sending you strength, Natasha.
Yes, it's very heavy. It's very heavy. You know, it's heavy of every of us because we are как свидетель.
Witnesses.
Witnesses. In psychology speaks that there is some syndrome of witnesses. Свидетеля, да, травма свидетеля.
Trauma of witnesses.
Trauma of witnesses. So now we all like witnesses of this strategy, and we all have this trauma in more or less, some more, some less, and we all should take care about mental health, our mental health, психическое здоровье. Наверное, то же самое. Mental health.
Psychic, no, not psychic.
Visiting your psychologist or coaches or
Not psychologist, but the doctors.
with the doctors. So it's very important to talk with with anything about what you feel. And I want to say this warm community, I guess it's very important to have this community to reflect your feelings, reflects your thoughts, to talk about it, to speak about it. So the silence is not a good strategy in this way.
I would like to add a couple words. You're right, absolutely, and I've said like 100 times now that doing the streams is more for me than for the others, because it's makes me get through these hard times and not to lose my mind, because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy. There've been some moments, and you witnessed a few of them, when I was ready to go, you know, it was not ready, but like getting there. You know what I mean? That's so it's just so painful sometimes. But the thing is, when you speak out, it's easy somehow. And then when you know that so many people give you feedback and they say, well, what you're doing is very needed by the people, very valued. And, and that just, it gives you, like, not makes you feel easier, makes you feel with a purpose, makes you feel like you're doing something important, you're helping the situation, things like that. So,
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine in Rostov. She's absolutely beautiful person. She's busy in charity foundation, and she had to converse with a lot of people with some government position. Yeah, so when we talk freely about what we feel, what we think, we've got so relief situation, да, so relief состояние, состояние, state of feeling. Then we talk only once in a week, maybe once in 2 weeks, but 1 hour, half an hour, it's enough to feel that we are not crazy in our position. We together, we can support each other, so it's very important, absolutely. I've got Konstantin. It's very important to me to talk with him 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, at least.
We speak more.
When we're together, we speak
15
more.
15 minutes.
When I'm in Moscow, it's not so.
But still,
so
not
good.
15 minutes, it's more. Natasha is
16.
so inspirational for me. She just gives me lots of ideas that later develop into streams. And of course, it's not just me, that's the community. Lorna, Mommy are always there, and everyone. And Natasha is always there. She watches the live streams and gives me feedback. But the thing is, I want you to know one thing, though. We're speaking here, we're laughing, we're fairly easygoing now. But Natasha just said very serious things. And don't make no mistake about it. We're not just like, oh, la 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 here. Sometimes we both, and I think many other people, sometimes we think like we're losing our mind. Sometimes we feel like we're alone. What she said, it's very, very important. When you speak to another person and then you find the same view, you go, someone else thinks the way I do, okay? It's you against the state propaganda machine. They not just push you, they fight you. They're at war against you, okay? They pump you with different information. And if you're not a strong person, if you don't ask questions, if you don't, perhaps not greatly educated, don't know history, you start believing after a while. Because they use different channels and they pressure you every single minute in Russia, okay? And then sometimes you think, like, you're losing your mind if you oppose that. So find a person to speak with is hugely important. And now Natasha knows that she's not alone. She has me, she has everyone. But still, there are moments when you feel like, wow, this is thick,
Yeah, everybody feels the same and the different feelings in the same times. And it's very important to discuss it, to verbal, yes?
Verbalizing. Thank you, Oля. Thank you, A+ Russian. PL Demery Gray. You can use the table. Michael will film the rest of the apartment. Oh, believe me, he already has. He's running around here, using all the possible space, exploring this, and he asked to buy him toys, and trust me, he's already here. He's being established. Bruce, you got to listen to the boss. That's what I've been doing.
It's about apartment.
Well,
about some serious.
The thing
moments.
is, I always listen to the boss, but some things I just go ahead and I, how do you say that? responsibility. Беру на себя ответственность.
Yeah.
Take responsibility to make decision for the best for both of us, for the boss, for me, you know, for the family. So I hope boss doesn't mind, but I always listen to the boss.
This month was interesting because Kostya used to decide everything alone or with his partners in business. So when приехали, when we came, he starts to decide everything за меня,
For you.
for me. And so he starts pushing me. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Unintentionally.
But
And
in
then
Moscow, I used to decide everything for me and kids. So I don't used to listen to this. What's happening? What's going on?
Don't forget who's the boss now.
Let's teach to discuss what we want together from the beginning. So one day was enough, for us to discuss.
Lionel, you have a body of a rugby player. You should have seen me like 15 years ago. I used to work out, pump iron, that was a body like a bodybuilder. Thank you. Mo, you guys are perfect couple, totally compatible. I think so too. She's my second half. Before I met Natasha a long time ago, like freshman at school. Okay, but we were separated for so long. And then I was alone. I lived in Moscow for 6 years by myself. It was interesting, strange time. And I went to a synagogue once. I have very good friends of mine who are Jewish. In Moscow synagogue, they invited me for a business talk. And then I met a rabbi, I met a few friends. Well, a friend of mine introduced me to a few of his friends. And I was talking to a rabbi. And we were just having, we're talking business at lunch, okay? And the rabbi asked me if I was married. I said, no, I'm not. I said, okay. And then it was late December, and everyone was just about to go to a holiday. Winter holiday in Russia is 2 weeks. And everyone, it's a customary that you say, oh, we have a good luck and New Year and all of that, when you see person last time in the year, and that's like the late December. So the rabbi gave me a wish, like he wished me, he said, I'm not gonna wish you money, I'm not gonna wish you health, I'm not gonna wish you luck, because that's, it's obvious, everyone wishes that. I'm gonna wish you find your second half, because we're Jewish, we say something like, I'm afraid to quote, but he said something like, you are not fulfilled until you find your second half. You're not a man, you're like half man. But then when you find second half, you become one whole. So he said, I wish you to find your second half. I don't remember, was it 2008 or 2009, but soon after we actually bumped into one another, and then boom, magic happened. So we really do fulfill.
Yeah.
She has class. Amir, you are absolutely right. I mean, hands on. Post-op visit with vascular surgeon. Well, my friend, I wish we keep on praying for you. We know who you are. Frank, well, I tell you what, if anyone comes to Uzbekistan, you're welcome to come and stay here. That's the biggest reason I got this apartment this big, okay?
Some interesting conversation in this chat.
This one is pretty cool. She wasn't there to see the other apartment. If she was there, you would obey. I don't know. Perhaps. Big hug for Michael from A. Cohen. Thank you so much. A. Cohen is a very special person in this community for me. I don't want to give too many personal details, but I thank you.
Before the February, Michael got two presents or some presents, yeah, from your subscribers, and he when the post works correctly, when it was easy, and he's absolutely happy. He remembers lots of times that Papa's subscribers send him gifts, and he feels thankful about what is Papa doing.
Yeah. Julie F. sent a fantastic gift of a silver coin, a bullion. Thank you, Julie. She sent some good tea. And
Dinosaur?
then,
A couple,
pinball.
some couple.
Pinball. That was pinball and Mrs. P. Dennis Dinosaur from them. It's awesome. He still plays with it.
Yeah, sweet shot.
Kim, the ice skater from Los Angeles, then she moved to Lake Tahoe. She sent some Tazo tea and a sweatshirt. Oh boy, he loves the sweatshirt. Oh, it's so good. You know?
It is the shortest way to Michael's heart. He's absolutely happy. Papa is doing something very, very good.
Yeah, then he got a pill, but didn't come in the mail. It came as a super chat. I remember $50. Gosh, I forgot this very usual suspect who sent it. I'm so sorry, I forgot the name. Was back in January, I think. It was a good time. Миш, помнишь таблетку? Тебе купили
Зимнюю.
зимнюю. Помнишь? Мы с тобой стримили, тебе послали суперчат, и мы с тобой сразу таблетку купили. Помнишь?
Ватрушка. Да, точно.
Yeah, he absolutely loved it. Oh, we had so much fun with it. Then a guy from Maine, a big fan of Star Wars, Wookiee. He makes like artwork. He sent some of his artwork about Wookiee to the mail. Unfortunately, this February came and they stopped. They sent it back. They didn't let us have it, so unfortunately the mail stopped working. Tim, inside Russia, I hope you find other families who share similar experiences. Tim, perhaps I'm not being modest here, but I have a gift to attract people. And I have created, over these 3 weeks that I've been in Tashkent, I've created a community of a few people. And the more people come and meet me and we start hanging out, I try to make it interesting. I try to introduce everyone. I try to find like-minded people, and it's not going to be a problem. The problem I'm currently having is lack of time. There's so many things to do, there's so little time. I constantly fall behind, not because I miss time management, bad time management, but because I try to bite larger pieces of pie that I can chew, okay? That's pretty much it. So there will be lots of families who share similar experiences, similar views. We will make friends here, I'm pretty sure of that. We already have some family, we have some friends. I have my best friend coming over from Moscow, Zhenya, and his family, the banker. We used to go to Banya together. We're going to come here in Tashkent. We're going to find a Banya. So, things like that, Tim. It's going to be good. Michael is so loving. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tim,
Absolutely
like a smorgasbord, and our eyes are always bigger than our stomachs. Yes. Christian, I have to go to the main mail office of Tashkent, and I have to speak with them because Online, I tried. I can't get the information. I'm gonna do it next week, and I will see if I can set it up here in Tashkent. PO box. Faith, love how Michael is a perfect mix of both of you. Thank you.
Yeah. He's a perfect. He's perfect.
Dave's RC detailing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you think you will do anything for Halloween, like YouTube party? When is the Halloween?
31st of October.
I keep forgetting. No, it's like something last Thursday before the end of October, or last Wednesday or something. Lorna Constantine. No, Banya is sauna, Russian sauna. Banya is not a bathroom. We're not gonna go to bathroom together. No. Hang on. October 31st. There you go. Is it easy to get around in Tashkent? Very easy. The subway is $1 anywhere you want to go. Perhaps $2 if it's far away. So Lorna, looking for your Joy, like a story from a rubber tube. It was basically a rubber tube. No, not a traditional sled. Sue Hatton. There you go. Thank you so much, Sue. Sue Hatton paid. Yes. I still remember. It was such a fun night, you know. She sent $50, and back then, you know, very few. Well, we had like very few people in the stream, and I answered every single question. I saw that. I said, "Wow." She sent a comment saying, "That's for Michael's little sled, the rubber sled." And I told Michael, I said, it was like late at night, around 8 p.m. And I said, Michael, you got a present. You know, tomorrow we're gonna go and get yourself. And he looked at me. He said, "Papa, how about right now? We go right now. Let's go right now." And he started pressuring me so hard that we actually stopped sledding. We went to a nearby store, and it was like 15 minutes before closing. It's like, let's go faster. We get there, and we get him a sled. So he's so goal-oriented, you know. He's a go-getter. Whatever he likes, he goes and gets. He's not pushy about that. He doesn't scream. He doesn't. But he's just like constantly reminding you. He's so strong-headed in that case, you know, in that department. Yes, Sue Haddons. Thank you so much, Sue. The usual suspect and more than usual suspect. I don't know. There's a certain category of viewers like that.
Just спадки. He's sleepy.
It's 10 p.m. here. It's 8 p.m. in Moscow. Well, 8 p.m. is not that late. And in 3 hours, I will be streaming about the Blame game. There's gonna be serious stuff. Guy L, no face pay for Subway. Hope Subway is just like in Moscow because it was built by the Muscovites back in the 70s. No fast pay. You pay with a plastic card, and it's so atrociously cheap. It's like, you know, 10 cents for a subway ride here in Tashkent. It's $1 for taxi cab. I usually take taxi cabs because it's more convenient, you know. Subway it's not as bad as in Moscow because Tashkent is very much smaller, and in Moscow you can ride for 40 minutes in the subway, but here in Tashkent you have to get to the subway first, and then there's like 5 minutes in subway and get out. So it's easier to catch a cab from place to another place, you know. Amir, I think this channel has grown a wee bit since I first joined. Just a little bit, you know. Natasha. Michael had a baked potato after sledding. Yes, Lorna, you remember. Oh my gosh. You're awesome. You and Mommy are... Michael would be an awesome Batman. He likes Spider-Man. Слушай, может показать это? Shall we show his Spider-Man outfit?
Ну, у него только куртка. Да не надо.
No?
Да. He've got 2 costumes of Spider-Man.
Still remember the 100K celebration. Yeah, that's a good one. Closing in on 200. As soon as 200 hits, we'll have another celebration. Yeah. Lorna, it's been stuck on 181. The YouTube works like that. You know, it's you're stuck, it's flat, 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 and all of a sudden the video comes out or a stream, and it goes like this. Brrr, plus 20,000 subscribers, you know. The algorithm. I've stopped trying to figure out how to, you know, what to do. It's not about the algorithm, what I do, it's about the messages. I don't care how many subscribers it attracts, you know, it's just I am there and I keep on doing my thing and that's it. Whether algorithm, some of it algorithm likes, some of it doesn't, you know. Natasha, Garage Boy, I wonder if many of the it's about the expats. Expat Russian are discussing how Russia as a state may be broken up into many tribal areas of the central eastern part of the continent. Garage Boy, you better believe it. Russian expats, well, I wouldn't call them expats, they're more like refugees. They go through two stages. One stage is the groggy stage. It's like when they get here, they're just like not feeling well for a few days. They're trying to kind of like get up on their feet. But it takes about a week. In a week, you get used to your new status, you know, your new situation. You go open a bank account, you go register, you find an apartment, and then you start going back into your mind to Russia and where it stands. And then there's like large parties of people. Like on Saturday, one Russian guy actually rented a club and he invited like 100 Russians. It's free. And he invited local speakers, local bankers, local people who sell real estate, you know, and they were just giving like 30-minute lectures on how Tashkent and Uzbekistan works. I am invited as a speaker for the second part, the second event. I think it's going to be next week. I'm going to be speaking on how Uzbekistan changed from 2012, because I remember very well I did business here, and now I'm doing business here 10 years later, so I'm going to be a speaker, and I'm going to meet lots of people there too. So we discuss many, many different things. You better believe it. Lori, I'm so thankful I was gifted this membership. I'm going to have to find a way to continue it. It's only $3, Lori. 3 streams. I think you can even pay $1. I'm pretty sure you can find $1. You have to put your own amount. I think that's it, or even 20 cents or something. These streams are so lighthearted and fun. Both type of streams are important. Thank you so very much. Will you take Michael out for Halloween to get candy? Certainly not in Tashkent, Scott. This is not a tradition here.
No.
I doubt they celebrate Halloween at all in Uzbekistan.
And it's we've been in Moscow this time with Michael. Yeah.
I'm so thankful. Likes is well enough. Yeah. A1 plus Russian. Yes, thank you.
Don't you mind? We will go with Michael.
Is all your family with you in Tashkent? Hang on 1 second.
Сейчас мы спать.
Oh, you're talking about
Sleeping
with Michael, right? Just give 5 minutes and we'll go to sleep, okay? Is your whole family in Tashkent? No, it's not in Tashkent. The girls are in Moscow, but there are personal plans in the work I choose not to discuss in public. But we just work like step by step. There are some circumstances, so many of them, you wouldn't believe if I told you. Amir, I think it went from around 3,500 when I first joined. 3,500 was, I tell you what, right before New Year's last year, so 10 months ago. Yeah, it was quite a growth, but quite difficult and painful circumstances. I'd rather stay there at 3,500. I'd rather keep on doing streams, like taking you out to nice places in Moscow and Rostov every Saturday. And so this between Russia and Ukraine would not be happening. I'd rather do that.
Me too.
Breezus gave sponsorship to 10 more people. Thank you, my friend. I don't know if you could do that in this, you know. I guess it works not only for the people who are in here, but for everyone else. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you. Scott, do they get a lot of snow there in the winter, Natasha?
Where?
The answer.
Here in Tashkent?
Tashkent, yeah. In Moscow, lots of snow.
Today I checked the forecast for a year, some charts of rainy days, sunny days. So the average temperature in winter is between 0 and 10 Celsius.
32 and 45 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's December, January, and February.
Oh, actually, 32 and 55.
But the good news is that there are about 50% sunny days in winter, in these months. It's very important for me, for example, because I can't live without
Sun.
without sun, without sunshine, and this is very important for my настроение.
Mood.
For my mood.
I know.
Thank you, honey.
Her mood, and I know, trust me, I know. San Diego.
In Moscow,
The only place
we have
in the world should be happy. Well, actually, two places, Santa Barbara and San Diego. Frank in Texas has just gifted sponsorship to 5 people. Thank you, Frank. Frank has also been there since, I don't know, day one probably. Dave RC Detailing says, the sun definitely shines brighter today. Konstantin, where you are now and are whole again with your family. Sending prayers and love from the USA. Thank you so much. You're so right.
Yeah.
Will Misha go to school in Uzbek? If we stay in Uzbekistan for a long enough time, he will go most likely to the international school here. But still, his plans are in the discussing, so to speak, you know. The international school here is $25,000 per year.
Best international school.
Yes, it's the best and the only one. The only one. Yeah,
Can't believe it.
Yeah, it's like American teachers, Canadian teachers, and the diplomats send their kids there, you know. Guy L, I rewatched the first video I saw of yours yesterday. It was COVID, beard or no beard. Made me laugh as much as first time. Oh my god, I remember that video. I remember the girl was trimming me. She did the pretty lousy job. It hurt me. But it was such an innocent time, you know. I wish it would come back. There's nothing to worry about that. We were so stupid to worry about COVID. COVID is not a big deal. So many more sinister things than COVID. COVID's just a joke, a break, you know.
I told Konstantin, the last winter, the most terrible thing for me was snow, never-ending snow and cold
No
weather.
sun, no sun.
No sun. Now I says there is no problem about weather at all. No problem. Absolutely.
It really was her biggest concern because when there's bad weather, Natasha is in bad mood. It really like influences her in a bad way. And then she's before the February of this year, she had always been concerned about weather, not just like that particular winter, but always. And we discussed way back when we would like to move in the USA, for example, or Europe. Only two
I
places:
try to push
San
Konstantin
Diego,
to make decision in
yes,
any way
San
to
Diego,
explain how it's difficult to me.
San Diego, and or Santa Barbara. But then she comes and she says, "You know what? If we could, I'd even settle for Maine and Maine weather." I was like, "What? And what did I just hear?"
Doesn't matter.
This is history in the making, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind even Maine weather. It's actually not too bad. It's just lots of snow.
We're alive, we're free, so this is the main.
We're alive and
Yeah.
we're free.
Free.
That's
we're
right.
together. That's the main points. The main points.
Yep. Who would have known? Who would have thought that
No,
this would
nobody.
be
Nobody.
that this would be actually something that we would talk about and would be so happy about. It was granted always, you know. Glory,
Костенька,
yeah.
мне надо идти.
Natasha's gotta go.
Да?
Thank you so much, honey, for coming.
Thank you, honey. It was pleasure to me to be in your absolutely fantastic community. Thank you for inviting me, Konstantin.
Well, you're always there with
To
me.
your
What do you
channel.
mean? Come on. You are the inspiration. Without you, I wouldn't have had this.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being patrons and sponsors. Thank you for your good vibration, for your praying with us. Thank you for everything. I hope see you. Okay.
I hope
see you
you
sometime.
will see everyone soon, and always. Thank you, honey.
Thank you. It was absolutely amazing.
You're amazing.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stay for a few minutes, and I lit a candle for your family after church this morning. Thank you so much. I felt good vibes. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I had a candle lit because I live right next door, around the corner. It's largest cathedral church, Eastern Orthodox Church, and I literally go there. I pass by every day, so I lit many candles. But one of the candles was for you, for the community. I didn't wish anything for the supporters, for the people who watch. I have this thing in my mind as the community, and I lit for every single one of you. So thank you for lighting the candle for us too. Dave, thank you so much for my heart is smiling too. Such a good stream right now. Adios, Natasha. She's the light of my life. That's for sure. Rezus, thank you so much. Good message from your ex-wife. Jean, thank you so much. Amy. So many gifts. Frank in Texas again, thank you so much for the sponsoring. 5 people, thank you. And again, Rezus, thank you for 10 sponsorships. Fantastic. This is fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so we have, I didn't even check how many people there are. This doesn't really matter, just interesting. $64, fantastic number. Not too many, not too few. Very good for questions. And from Western Australia, thank you so much for coming. Well, I guess it's late night there or early morning. Wait, this is Uzbekistan, so. Garage Boy, my mother-in-law, Ukrainian Orthodox. A+, thank you. Tom W, thank you so much. Natasha twisted her ankle so bad yesterday. We were coming off a ski lift, and it was Uzbekistan. They don't really care about personal safety that much. There was a step, and it was kind of, you could not see that. In the United States, that would be a lawsuit, huge lawsuit. In Uzbekistan, no one really cares. So Natasha was admiring the scenery. She was looking up, and she twisted her ankle. She was walking fine for a couple hours. She started having pain in a car, and then we got home. She couldn't even walk. And I called my friend, a doctor, and then he started saying, oh, do this. Let me call my buddy, who's the head of this clinic, blah, blah, blah. And then, anyway, her ankle didn't swell much. So then the pain let go, and she started walking on it again. So it was not a break or anything. So I was constantly on the phone with my friend. He found us a clinic to go to, but we decided to wait until the morning. Natasha had a night full of sleep. She woke up much better, and today she's walking like nothing happened. So go figure that. Me and Michael, we were praying yesterday. Emra Makers, it's great to see you relieved again. Thank you for your time with us. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. This is important for me, Sending healing thoughts to Natasha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Frank, is Michael going to enroll in school in Tashkent? If we stay here for long enough, then he will. Right now, he's preschool. He goes into kindergarten in Moscow, so it's not school yet. He's only 6. But if we stay here long enough, then better believe it, yes, he will be enrolled. Rezus, healthcare will probably be difficult. In Tashkent, I have perfect healthcare available to probably any human being, because my friend is a big shot in health industry here in Uzbekistan. He's ex-surgeon. One of his buddies is in charge of the entire eye medicine for eyes in Tashkent, the one who was doing surgery in my eyes. Another buddy from the university is in charge of a large hospital who cares just for people with diabetes. Another one is delivers baby, like one of the head doctors here in Uzbekistan. So we all go to parties together, and they're like friends. And if anything needed, just like that, all it takes is a telephone call, and then the best healthcare is provided. We were fortunate enough not so. I guess prayers worked. I don't know. Perhaps it was not too strong of a pain or strong of a twist, and then she's fine. She was walking, like nothing happened. Just I guess a little bit of pain if you step certain way. But my doctor friend, the ex-surgeon, he looked and he said, no worries. A few days she'll be fine. Ryan Williams, Glad to see you again. Hope your daughter will also decide to live and build her future out of reach of Putin's government. Oh, you better believe it, friend. You better believe it. It's just, it doesn't happen overnight. I wish I could tell you everything. I will one day, trust me, but it's just, I don't want to reveal so many things. There are so many things involved you have to consider. It's not easy to just take, not even a child, take a young adult of 19-year-old freshman, not fresh, sophomore at college, yank her just like this, and bring her to Uzbekistan, not knowing where we go to next, you know. There are just so many things to consider, but we're working on that. Sarah, I'm in. Can attest to the power of your prayers. Thank you all again. Well, it's not just my prayers or our prayers. I think there's much more to it. But I am very happy to help. If I helped, well, I hope I helped, and then everyone here who prayed along, I hope that they helped too. Just a friendly reminder to use English on your live streams, Lorna. Soon everyone will be a member. The girls are Natasha's daughters. Yes, they're my stepdaughters. Michael is our son. But I treat them pretty much like my daughters, I don't make the difference between Michael and them. Looking, seeing if I missed any questions. COVID is basically a cold nowadays, says Amir, and that's absolutely right. I mean, COVID is serious. It's well, not a cold, but a flu, right? Flu, even in my childhood, there were bad cases of flu. People got pneumonia from flu. Some people died from flu, but not too many. It's just like a natural thing that occurred in our lives before. I think COVID is very bad flu. Okay, more people die of it, and then I've had COVID. I think 5 times, like 3 times confirmed, and one time was pretty bad. My mom nearly died, but they saved her. They saved her. They did. They put medicine. She was under supervision 24/7 in the hospital. She didn't even go to the emergency room and things like that. So it's a bad case of flu, right? Media had hyped up that that's so bad that everyone was freaking out and scared. And I myself, one of my first streams was, I felt helpless and go and watch in late March like 23rd of 2020. For the first time in my life, I was scared because I didn't know how it was gonna go. Whether every single person would die, or they would turn into zombies. Russian media was telling us all kinds of things, And then I felt helpless because I felt that lots of things were just going out of my control, and that's a pretty bad. Foolish. I was too young back then, too inexperienced. If I could speak to myself of March 2020, I would have said, Constantine, just relax and wait until February of 2022. Then you will find out what the life changes and the stresses and all these bad things are. But COVID, you still have 2 easy years. Just take it easy, okay? That's advice I would do to myself. Baird is pronounced bird. No, bird is like flies. Baird is this. Joy, what were the flight prices for Natasha and Michael? I paid $5,200 for myself when I was flying on a 24-hour notice on the 27th. Michael and Natasha were, let me remember, 70,000, 12 or $1,300 with no luggage for round trip for all of them, for both of them. So I'd say $1,300, which is still a lot of money, but not as much as I paid. And you have to buy tickets round trip now, although you don't have to use them for a long time. You have to show when you're leaving at the border, you have to show that you have round trip tickets with open date, so to speak. It's not open date, but you can change the date at any time. You just have to pay a little, like $25 extra, and there's an option to do that. Garage Boy, Indiana University is here, and they have a very strong Eastern Europe and Russian Studies department. That is going to be in high demand very, very soon, and probably is now. Lots of people are going to be studying Russian, and the Russian Studies going to be very important for certain industries. Seasonal daylight disorder. I think that's for Natasha. I was gifted a membership. It's a privilege. Well, thank you. Privileges to have you here. A+, I wonder if his message has changed given the current circumstances. I stopped following him after he expressed certain opinions earlier in the year. Who are you talking about? Richard, we'll definitely keep on praying for you. And, you're in prayer today again. I'll pray like double extra. A+, you're talking about Zangief. Zangief is a pretty good guy. I like him. A couple things, is like I don't really want to talk about here. We had discussed. He's very scared, like many young Russians. He has a family, 2 young daughters, so he's not very, how do I say that, mobile. So he can't just get up and leave to Uzbekistan. Well, he thinks he can't. Okay, I know he can, but that's his choice. And Vasya is scared to speak. He doesn't do many videos because he finds that topics of regular life are not that important anymore, and I take it he's too afraid to speak on political issues, which I respect. I don't blame him. I think he is entitled to have his own opinion and his points of view. I disagree on some of them, but he's not pro. And he's still a good guy, and his views do not. Well, they let me hang out with him and call him my buddy. You know what I mean? So no problem with the Zangief that I have. Zangief live right now. Well, good. I'm gonna finish my life and I'm gonna go and what he has to say. Ole, I remember that time when he said, why I don't support but, and then it's just I think I called him up on that. I think he meant differently in English and in Russian. It's different, you know. I don't think he meant to say what he said, but anyway, I remember that he was sitting under the tree, deleted the stream. Dave Chicos released a video yesterday, pretty emotional, saying, well, hinting they're gonna be getting out of Russia. Well, let's put it this way. I don't know what their financial situation is. He doesn't appear to be a very well-to-do guy, wealthy man. But there's always help for him and for some other people at hand's reach, okay? Where there is a will, there is a way. And God is right there waiting to be asked, you know? So I hope Chicos gets out of Russia safe, fast. Difficult to do because borders are half closed. I'm not sure to what degree they're closed, but they're monitored very, very closely. Natasha was saying that mostly women were in the plane. When I was flying out, mostly Russian, how do you call it? In Russia, we're called rats or evaders, okay? So it's a plane full of men, males. Now it's females. Their wives and girlfriends and daughters probably flying to see their men. What strange time. Anyway, my friends, I think I'm gonna be Scott watching Inside Russia on my cell phone, watching Zangief on the Xbox One. Garage Boy, my daughter is going to Thailand in a few weeks. Do you think it'll be safe? Why not? I think it'll be fine. Let's comment usual suspects or something. A+ Russian. I think Dan Chicos started to address what's happening finally, not because he understood or he felt, but because he was bitten in Russia we say it, he was poked with a fire stick in his ass. Okay, that's when he started addressing the things that are happening in Russia. Because he was doing fine. He went on vacation in early September, a long vacation on the Black Sea, not too far from where he lives. And when he came back, he found that everyone was under threat of being mobilized. And only then he actually went out and started making videos addressing the situation. I remember one of the first videos he made about the, early March. He made a video about Russian foreign shops closing down. And he said, oh, shame on them. How could they leave Russia? They were making money and stuff like that. So his position changed. I mean, I like the guy, don't get me wrong, you know. But I clearly see his position changing because he has been affected personally, okay? But that's still okay. We all have a pathway throughout life, and it's a journey, it's not a destination, okay? And we can learn new experiences that change us. So it seems like he started getting this change happening within him. So Garage Boy, I'm a decade older than you, but you feel to me like a big brother. Okay, brother. I'm not sure about. Let's make it a brother. That's it. Thank you. Yes, Oля, you know well. You're much better in English than I am. You just correct me when I make a mistake. A fried rooster bit him. I'm not sure if it's fried. I think it's rooster on fire bit him or something like that. Жареный петух. Клюнул, that's right. Okay. Richard Burris, thank you. Well, thank you, brother. Lorna says the eyes need rest. Thank you. I can't believe I forgot to make tea today. I actually will, because of Natasha. I was so preoccupied with her, making her sound good, just being around her. Unbelievable. Now, there will be tea in the next stream in 2 hours, 15 minutes. My friends, thank you so much. Like I said in the beginning that was going to be an epic stream. To me, it's been epic because my wife joined me after a month of not seeing her, after such terrible, stressful, not terrible, but such stressful situation of me leaving in a rush. She was the tipping point of me buying tickets because she kept on saying, I love you, but I'm going to take, something hard and smash you right now if you don't buy ticket. You gotta go. And then Rafaela From, sent me a verse, and it was like directly from God. God was reinforcing what Natasha was saying, and then anyway, it's been fantastic to see her. Thank you so much for joining, and it was a good stream. Epic. Oля, I'm not comparing Natasha to T. Anyway, come back 2 hours. I'm gonna tell you how it is, okay, in Russia about certain people. I'm gonna tell you about the blame game, and I'm gonna reveal how it is going. You will learn a lot of things you will not learn from anywhere else, from Russian or American or Western media, because they don't talk about stuff like that. I do. I see right through them. So please come back for another stream, at least for the message. Thank you so much, my dear sponsors and patrons. Thank you so very much. I love you, and I'll see you soon. And Carthago delenda est.